Well, hey everybody, welcome back. So today I have to build an adapter cable for a system that I'm working on. So I need to go from RCA to XLR, which is, not the most common thing in the history of the world. So figured, hey, let's make a video. So we are using a Neutrik NC3FXX cable or connector for our XLR. There's that guy right there. And we are using a Rean NYS373 RCA connector. So these little RCA connectors are pretty cool. They come with a couple of pieces just like this. So just like any other sort of Neutrik connector, you have the physical connector portion, a little strain relief, and then this little back boot. So the only thing that's going to be a little tricky about this is we're using Starquad today to build this cable. If you are having trouble sleeping or you're looking for some pretty boring content, you can check out my video about the difference between Starquad cable. Today we're using the L4E5AT install version of Starquad. So let's get this build started. So to begin with, let's get our XLR started on here. So what we'll do is we'll put our back boot on here first, and then we'll put our strain relief chuck on there. And what I like to do is just kink the cable just a little bit like this. Use a knife with an ever so gentle plunge. Okay, so the install version of the cable here has some string, this weird yellowy Kevlar kind of stuff in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little twist here. Use our flush cutters and cut this off. So Starquad cable, for those of you who don't know and you don't want to check out my super boring video, is technically a 5-conductor cable. So this raw cable that I'm twisting right now is the shield, is the drain wire. Actually, this one has a foil shield. This one's not the shield. I'm lying to you. This is just the drain wire. And then it has just 2 pairs in here. So with this one, we're only going to use one of these conductor sets, so we're just going to pick a color and stick with it. So let's say blue. So we're just going to cut these white conductors out. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to I like to use my thumb. That's the best way to judge cable length, at least for me. If I had to take a guess here, let's take a look. An inch or so. So we'll get these guys out like this, and then we'll strip these. Oops. Now with Starquad, the reason why this is a good cable as far as noise rejection goes is it's a twisted pair. So we want to make sure that the pair is twisted at the end here. So once that's like that, I like to just take it and dip it in flux. Okay, so the trick with these are if you solder this tip long like this, it's way, way easier to solder. So I like to just strip it long and cut it, and then just cut it down when it's time to mate it to the connector. So let's get our XLR tinned. So we are going to be using pins 1 and pins 2 on this connector, because this is an unbalanced cable. So we are going to have our hot, which is pin 2, and we are also going to have our ground, which is pin 1. Okay, now if that's tinned, we'll terminate. Okay, I like to just give the ground wire a little twist like this. And this one actually has some little frayed pieces on there. So let's get those trimmed off, because you don't want to have any contact with another conductor. When you're terminating the ground wire, a pair of tweezers is an absolute lifesaver. So these little bent tweezers here. Okay. So then just to finish this cable, all we'll do is just, we're going to double check one last time. Okay, pin 1 and pin 2, great. Put our little chuck relief right here. Now what I like to do is just use my fingers and pinch this. So when you insert it into this, it goes right in. Bring our back boot in. Okay, there's one side. Now, because we brand everything here at LM, we're going to put our heat shrink label on. Okay, so let's get the other side built here. So the first thing you want to do is get this back portion on. Now, these RCA connectors aren't really made for this thick of cable. They'll work, but it takes a little bit of coaxing. So what I like to do is just strip this a little bit longer. The same procedure as the other side. Okay. So we're going to cut this one a little bit longer than the XLR side. So this is maybe 1 1/8 inch, 1 1/4 inch. Okay, give this a twist. The same procedure as before. We'll just dip this in some flux here. So with RCAs and 1/4 inches, I do like to put a little bit of flux on the inside here. With gold connectors, you don't really need to do this section. Sorry, they're unloading a truck outside of my shop here. You don't really need to do this. The solder sticks pretty well to silver, or I mean, excuse me, to gold. But the silver ones, you definitely need to flux. It has a hard time sticking. So with these connectors, if we're looking at the inside here, the regular mono connectors like this, or I should say the unbalanced connectors that aren't, say for example, an MP3X, like a tip ring sleeve, you just need to make sure that there isn't any solder bridging, because this portion is the ground and this is the hot. So obviously if they're bridging, it's going to be a noisy cable. These aren't so bad to do, but when you do like the NP3X tip ring sleeve, 1/4 inches, or even smaller, the 3.5 mil mini plugs, they can be a real pain with conductors touching. So you might have to get into a world where you put a little piece of heat shrink or something in there. But for this one, like I said, it's pretty easy. So let's get this one soldered up. Now, for most of these, you're going to want to put the strain relief on first, but on these little Rean RCAs, it's really not that bad. You don't have to do that. I should also say my soldering iron's 600 degrees, if you're wondering what my setting is here. So what I just did there is you want to make sure that there isn't any little flayed piece of this drain wire that's sticking out, because you don't want the ground to touch the hot. Okay, so once it's cooled, just give it a little tug. Make sure that they're on there. And this is always a tricky part because this is really hot now, so just be careful. Give that a nice little twist so that looks like that. We will put our strain relief on there. Slide this guy up. All right, so here's our cable. It's all finished up. Let's give this a test and make sure it works. Okay, so I just got a regular XLR cable in here. I'm gonna plug that in there. Plug this into our phono jack. All right, there's pin 1 and pin 2. Nothing on pin 3. Great, so this thing works. So if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And if you'd like to buy this cable, I'm happy to make you one, even though you can see it's really not that hard to make. But if you want to buy it, just let me know. There's a purchase link below. Thanks for stopping by.